Good morning to Walton High School and welcome to your Weekly Wolf.
This week we have announcements, interviews, and games. So let's start off with Dylan with announcements.
What's up, T-Wolves? Hope everyone is doing well, and here are your announcements for the week. Don't forget that Host has weekly club meetings every Wednesday at 9:30 a.m., and all are invited to attend. Host aims to advance students' knowledge about healthcare and build a community of future healthcare professionals. Hope to see you all there. Stand Up to Walton is looking for students interested in bettering their community through acts of service and lasting impactful events like Safety Town. We invest in our club members through the Friends Helping Friends and are here to share a positive message about healthy choices and relay the facts about mental health and substance abuse in our Walton family. Come join us and be remembered as a part of a healthy change at TuHS. During distance learning, we meet Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. via Google Meets. Join us this coming Wednesday at 11 a.m. Email chillier@ttsd.k12.or.us for more information in the link. To Walton, BSU needs you. Join now by joining our Remind. The code is GBAH6F. GBAEH6F. You can contact Flo for more information. Her email is fhorn@ttsd.k12.or.us. Searching for colleges? Here's who's coming in next week. Please sign up through Naviance. On Monday, we have the University of Utah, the University of California, Davis, and the University of Southern California. On Tuesday, we have the University of Oregon, Portland Community College, and the University of Redlands. On Wednesday, we have Hendrix College, University of Puget Sound, Central Oregon Community College, and Western Oregon University. On Thursday, we have Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University Prescott. And on Friday, we have the University of Connecticut. Now, let's move on to Emily with our interviews.
Hi, Tegan. Hi, Emma.
Hi.
This is so exciting because we're all in the newspaper. I'm the feature editor, and you guys are the editors-in-chief. And I love working with you guys so much, and I love newspapers, so I want to talk about it on the Weekly Wolf. Has quarantine affected your actual writing itself? Have you approached it in a different way, though?
Definitely. I think mine is a lot angrier. There's just so much going on in the world that I want to do so much and I want to get the word out, but I think it's definitely difficult to try to say something knowing that there are multiple sides to every story and knowing that people won't always agree with us, and that can be very frustrating.
My writing recently, because of quarantine and all of these news articles I've been reading, has definitely, I've definitely tried to be more objective in my writing. I guess it's actually the exact opposite of Emma's. I've tried to disconnect my emotions now because I find myself reading and making so many news articles that I think it's important to stay objective and try not to project my personal opinions on things that need to be handled in an unbiased and unprejudiced way.
So how has that, perhaps reshaped the way that you write for your editors, for your readers? Because, what is the role of the newspaper to you, to the student body nowadays?
For the most part, we're trying to both get across the situation that's happening and also trying to raise spirits. So there are certain sections that are getting a lot of love right now. We have a lot being written for news to get information out there, and also entertainment to say, hey, this is ways you can lose yourself in something else other than the horror that's happening right now. But then there's other sections that are really suffering, we don't have much to write about sports because there's not much happening right now. Or it's really difficult to write opinion stories right now because there's just so much to be opinionated on, and how do you tell it in a factual manner? So I think we're really trying to focus on all of them, but a lot of it is coming down to what we think our readers need to see and what we hope will benefit them in the long run.
Yeah, and ultimately, the main objective for our newspaper right now, especially since we have an only online presence, is to just connect our school with the news and things within our community that we feel people should know about. And I think that's something really, it does amplify the voices of the student body, and it gives students like us a platform to talk about the things that we that we deem important. So I think, especially like during times like these, I feel like the articles that we're writing right now and we're putting out on our website are definitely ones that we want to help uplift and like connect with our student body, like Emma was saying. So.
And if there's content that you guys are wanting to see that we're not putting out, then forecast for the newspaper next year, because we're always looking for more staff writers and we don't reject story ideas.
Yeah, and like if you want, you can literally email, you can email, text, like DM, whatever. Like if you want to see something on paper, like it's our job as journalists for our school to represent our school's opinion and like our students' views. So
Thank you, Emma and Tegan, for interviewing with me. And remember that you can check out our newspaper at TuHSwolf.com. And now over to Aaron and David with Game Central.
Thanks, Emily, and good morning, Wolves. This week, we're playing the game True Confessions, where two contestants will tell one true and one fake story. The other contestant will have 90 seconds to question their stories and figure out which one is which.
Here to join us are the new teachers, Mr. Berg and Mrs. Hawthorne.
Sounds fun. Now, over to the game.
We had technical difficulties, so we'll have Aaron voicing over the game.
Well, Mrs. Hawthorne and Mr. Berg, would you guys like to introduce yourselves? Hi, I'm Mr. Berg. I'm the new choir teacher here at Tualatin High School.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Hawthorne. I'm a math teacher here at Tualatin High School. Now let's get into the game. So, Mr. Berg, we'll have you go first. So, you guys will have 90 seconds to determine whether the two stories, which one's true and which one's false. So, Mr. Berg, would you like to go first? Okay, so my first story is I lit a napkin on fire at my sister's wedding. My second is I saw these birds picking up a dog at a gas station. Miss Hawthorne, now you'll have 90 seconds to figure out if a story is true or false. Which story would you like to think is true or false? Okay, so you'll have the bird story or lighting a napkin on fire story. So I'll pick the dog story. And my first question is, what kind of birds were they? Also, another question, did you try to help the dog or where were you in this situation? I'm not 100% sure what kind of birds it was. It was maybe like an eagle or something, but I just came out of the gas station and I saw the birds trying to pick up the dog. What kind of dog was it? It was definitely a smaller dog, maybe a Chihuahua, but I'm not sure. Okay, so do you have any more questions or anything? How long ago would you say this happened? And did you find like the owner or see if the owner was around? I saw the owner, I think she was in the gas station and letting her dog go like play outside. And I'm not sure how long ago this was. I know it was a few years ago. Yeah, I saw the dog getting picked up to the side, like it was like the side of the gas station. And I was just like so surprised. I just didn't know what happened. So I just came out of the gas station and I looked to my left and I just saw these birds picking up this dog. Super confused, but I didn't have too much to do because then the birds kind of just flew off and the dog was just there. Okay, about how much time do we have left, David? Okay, so this is basically time up. So Miss Hawthorne, do you want to guess? I'm gonna guess that it was true. Yeah, so I am gonna guess that you did see birds picking up a dog. So I actually did not see birds picking up a dog. So that story is false. Okay, so Mrs. Hawthorne, now you will tell your stories and then Mr. Berg will determine if it's true or false. So my first one is I have a motorcycle and I know how to ride it. The second one is I visited 22 states in my lifetime. Okay, now I guess it's your turn to guess which one's true or false. Okay, Mr. Berg, now it's your time. You have 90 seconds pick a story and figure out if it's true or false. I think I'm gonna go with the 22 states that you visited in a lifetime. Could you name those states? No, I do not think I could list off all those states. Could you tell me how you visited all those states, or like what did you do? And list some of the states that you remember that you visited. I lived in Pennsylvania and then I drove to Oregon. So I visited a lot of the states driving to there. Okay, list some of the states that you visited. I left Pennsylvania, and I know I went by Ohio, Illinois, I remember Wyoming, Idaho, Oregon. I've been to Washington and California. That's all I can remember. I know just kind of I went from Pennsylvania to Oregon, so. Which one was your favorite state to visit? That's hard because I visited so many. It's like I can't like remember very distinctively, but a lot of them were very interesting. What was your favorite thing to do when you visited those 22 states? I think my favorite thing to do was just visiting the states, just getting to see all the different like places, and I don't know, it was really fun just to see the different views. It was really pretty along the drive, and yeah, it's hard to say. Okay, I think your 90 seconds is up, Mr. Berg. Now you now you can decide whether that story is true or false. Okay, just from the questions, I think that's true. That is correct. I did visit 22 states, and I do not know how to ride a motorcycle, but I have gone to a motorcycle class. Well, thank you so much, Mrs. Hawthorne and Mr. Berg, for playing with us. Have a good day.
Wow, that was an exciting game.
Congratulations to Mr. Berg, and thank you for Mrs. Hawthorne and Mr. Berg for playing with us. Now, back to you, Dylan.
As always, thank you, Aaron and David, for hosting. What a welcome for our new teachers this week, and thank you for participating and joining us. Well, that's a wrap on week 4 of the Weekly Wolf. I'm glad you guys stuck around to catch some interviews, games, meet some teachers, and listen to some announcements. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube and follow our Instagram at TuHS Weekly Wolf for updates and more. Other than that, we are set for the week. Remember to be kind to one another and roll wolves. Dylan Wynn, out.